The seventh and final stage of the race between two seas, Tirreno-Adriatico would take the riders down to the Adriatic Sea in the familiar final destination of San Benedetto del Tronto. Dylan Groenewegen among a host of world-class sprinters, hoping that they would be able to strut their stuff in a final fast kick to the line. Battle for the Trofeo Tridente having more or less been decided, with the penultimate stage, the Queen stage, in the favour of Juan Ayuso, 147 kilometres in front of the Spaniards for him to collect his Maglia Azzurra. Just one categorised climb along the way. Very brisk start to the affair with 5 riders clear of the field, including former world champion Mathieu van der Poel. Clear of the field in the early stages in a breakaway group that was chased and harried and hounded down. The combined forces of the Ineos Grenadiers squad. They had their man Hamilton in the break, and when they arrived on the climbs that characterised the early moments of the stage, Manuele Terozzi dropping back into the Ineos Grenadiers led peloton. The final resistance from Mathieu van der Poel as the Ineos Grenadiers squad intent on securing a complete peloton to prepare Filippo Ganna for the intermediate sprint. Paul Magne, an unfortunate victim of a crash as he tried to get back on terms with the main group. Down to San Benedetto del Tronto with 43.5 kilometres remaining. Filippo Ganna took the 3 seconds that he needed at the intermediate sprint to leapfrog ahead of Antonio Tiberi into second place in general classification. His Italian compatriots third across the line, but ultimately 1 second behind Filippo Ganna, approaching the final stages of this week-long race from the Mediterranean across to the Adriatic Sea. And into the closing stages, the usual pattern re-establishing itself with the sprinters' teams taking control at the front of the peloton. The Lidl Trek squad, on behalf of Jonathan Mila, looking to reprise his victory in San Benedetto del Tronto in 2024. UAE Team Emirates squad on the front to ensure that Juan Ayuso is kept as safe as possible into the closing kilometres. Lefkoy in position into the final kilometre as the riders prepared for the final thrash down onto the seafront. It was a perfect position for Jonathan Milan as others attempted to crowd around. Jake Stewart kicking off the final sprint to the line. Paul Petaway trying to get involved. A crash behind, impeding some riders. Sam Bennett with a great late run, but nothing could prevent Jonathan Milan from taking a second victory of the week, the second successive victory in the Tirreno-Adriatico finale in San Benedetto del Tronto. Bennett up to congratulates Jonathan Milan, a bike throw required to confirm his status as the best sprinter in the race. Congratulations all round, and the overhead confirming Jonathan Milan as the strongest sprinter in the race, and for many the fastest man in World Tour cycling. Milan by half a wheel from Sam Bennett. Olaf Koy recovering during the day to finish third. Stuart Penaway and the rest in the top 10. But spraying the bubbly, Jonathan Milan, 24-year-old Italian, confirming his status as the top man in the points classification as well, securing the final Maglia Ciclamina ahead of Tom Pidcock, who had worn the jersey into the final stage, and repeating his Maglia Ciclamina success of 2024. Manuele Terozzi, some productive visits to the break for the VF Bardiani CSF Faisane man, and the 27-year-old Italian taking the climbers classification and the Maglia Verdi to go with it. Proud moment for the man from Faenza. And for Juan Ayuso, one of several visits to the final podium was to collect the white jersey of winner of the Young Rider classification. Another white jersey in a growing collection for the man from Barcelona. 2 riders from the final GC podium in that battle for the young riders jersey. And the UAE Team Emirates squad dominant in general classification and dominant in the team's overall standings as well. And a moment for all of Juan Ayuso's teammates to join him on the podium to celebrate their success. For the final blue jersey in the Maglia Azzurra, going to Juan Ayuso, 22 years young, by 35 seconds from Filippo Ganna, who moved ahead of Antonio Tiberi on the final day. The Trofeo Tridente, claimed by Juan Ayuso 1 year after he had finished runner-up, the champion of Tirreno-Adriatico.